Charger, Challenger, 3 of the top 10 trending vehicles. The conversation is changing about the brand because of things like this, because of what cars like this can do for a brand and elevate a brand. So, Charger, absolutely amazing car, right? There's a car that we're going to show you today that I think you can guess what it is. This is a car that most brands would never bring to market. This is a car that really absolutely does not have a business case for it. This is a car that doesn't fit in any automotive segmentation. This is a car that no customer has ever asked us to build. But sometimes you need to disregard the data. Sometimes you need to stop listening to the focus groups. Sometimes you need to build a car that just defines itself. Sometimes you need to build a car that redefines the preconceived definition of practicality. Because in the most extreme way ever, it actually is. The 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. This is the quickest, fastest, and most powerful sedan in the world. There is no asterisk underneath that statement. Most powerful, 707 horsepower. Fastest, 204 mile per hour top speed. Quickest, bone stock, as you see it here today, street tires, NHRA certified, 11.0 second quarter mile time. Redefines practicality.
So the engineering story starts with the engine. It's a Hellcat supercharged 6.2 liter Hemi engine. Again, 707 horsepower at 650 foot-pounds of torque. Amazing piece. We've got Chris Collin here to talk a little bit more during the question and answer period. But very interesting engine. It uses the basic architecture of all our Hemi products, but 92% of the parts are unique to this engine, including the block, the crank, which is forged and also has heat-treated journal areas. We have forged rods, forged pistons, and of course that giant supercharger on top. The engine's manufactured in our Saltillo engine plant where all the Hemis are built, but unique to the Hellcat is it actually runs through a 42-minute dyno cycle. So every Hellcat motor gets a 42-minute dyno cycle before it's shipped off and installed in the car up at Brampton in Ontario. Additionally, the car comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's a new transmission behind the Hellcat, bigger clutch packs, and wider gears. So that's kind of the engine compartment stuff. As you can imagine, an engine of that size and that power takes a lot of special care and feeding. Starting with the fuel system, we've got a unique fuel pump in the back. It's a variable speed pump, and we had to upgrade the fuel line to 1/2 inch inside diameter. The fuel system can actually pump the fuel tank dry in 13 minutes at fully rated power. So we're flowing a lot of fuel. In addition, we're flowing a lot of air. We discussed a little bit about all the openings and getting air in and out of the vehicle. A couple of unique things for the Hellcat is the oil cooling system. So we have a separate cooler over here for the oil system. And then over on this side feeds an air-to-water intercooler. There's 2 intercoolers on either side of the Hellcat motor up here. And it's fed by its own water system separate from the engine cooling system. There's an electric pump that'll pump about 11 gallons a minute at fully rated power. So we're moving a lot of water to keep the intake charged cool and keep those power levels up. And that was quite honestly, one of the targets we set for the vehicle. A lot of our SRT customers take their cars to track days. And so one of our design briefs was that the car had to run a 20-minute track cycle at 100 degrees Fahrenheit and not derate. And I'm proud to say that the car passes that with flying colors. Additionally, car has a unique special brake package. We've got 15.4-inch rotors on the front, biggest brake package we've ever put on a car. It's a two-piece floating rotor with a center aluminum hub to drop the weight. We've got 6-piston Brembo calipers on the front and 4-piston Brembo calipers in the back. Additionally, bigger wheels. They're a 9.5 by 20-inch forged wheel, and the car comes standard on Pirelli P0s. We offer both a 4-season and a 3-season tire. Aerodynamics, a big point, and we spent a lot of time working on that. With a car, that has a top speed capability of about 204 miles an hour, we really had to work on the details. Mark touched a little bit on the front fascia and the integrated splitter. In the back, the spoiler is unique, and if you get a chance to go around the back, we've actually added some little tricks on the kick-ups to improve downforce and yaw. So, like all SRT products, we're speed limited, not electronically limited. So, when we run out of power and aero drag, that's what sets our top speed. And again, in this car, it's 204 miles an hour. I think those are the big issues or the big engineering challenges mechanically. Electronically, a couple of unique things for the car. We have key fobs that come in 2 colors. The black one is a 500 horsepower limited key fob, so you can hand that to your friends. The red one, you get one of those, and that gives you the full potential of the car, which is 707 horsepower. Additionally, we have what I think is a unique feature called valet mode. And in that mode, you go to the screen, hit valet, it asks you for a 4-digit code, 1234, and then you hand the car off to the valet or somebody that's going to change your oil or whoever you don't want the car to have all the horsepower. It actually pulls the horsepower back, limits you to launching only in second gear, only 4,000 RPMs, and you can't turn off any of the traction control or speed control things. So then you get back, have dinner, come back, hit the valet mode again, dial that 1234 in, and you're back to 707.